For this one, I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves because this is an interesting one. You see in the title of the video, we're talking about Microsoft Mesh. Now, so Microsoft Mesh is essentially kind of like a dream situation, a dream scenario where you put on a VR headset, or HoloLens. Right now, the app is in beta on HoloLens. So you put on either a VR headset, whether you have a Oculus Rift S like I do, or if you have your HTC or your HP Reverb thing or anything like that, you put that on and you get to join. You can join essentially meetings, but meetings in a 3D space. And what you can do in those meetings is why I had to roll up my sleeves, because it is quite interesting to me, which is one of the main reasons why I'm talking about this. By the way, this came out of Ignite 2021. It's still going on right now, March 2nd through the 4th. So today's, I think, March 3rd right now. So yeah, so let's get to the bottom of it. So Microsoft Mesh is essentially a way for people to come together in a VR / mixed reality space. So when I saw the concept video and they were talking about it, essentially in the live demos that they have out right now, some people had HoloLens 2 units on, some people just had the HP Reverb headsets on, some people were just on a computer. And the reason why I'm saying these things is because this app pretty much functions across HoloLens. It functions across mixed reality headsets, which is another name for just VR headsets and Microsoft's sense of things. And it also works across phones and just regular computers. So pretty much everything out there this app supports. And what it allows you to do is allows you to come together in a 3D space, instead of just having Teams meetings where essentially like this monitor is right here and I'll have a bunch of faces looking at me or looking at me as I'm talking with my webcam on. It won't be like that. It's rather like you're in front of the person, like me in front of this camera here, and the person will be, say, another person will be here, another person will be here, and you're just collaborating on a project. So let's say this lens cap right here is the subject. You're putting it in the middle of the frame for everybody. I'm trying to make sure it's in the middle of the frame. You're putting it in the middle of the frame for everybody to see. You're collaborating to design the perfect lens cap. And one of their actual examples was, you can come together, say if you're a group of artists, right? Maybe you guys are working on a 3D sculpture, but you're doing the prototyping of that 3D sculpture so you don't waste materials when you get the real thing and you're constantly just slapping things together. So a bunch of you guys can have a bunch of these peripherals on, very expensive peripherals on, and you can come together and you can annotate in real time, like you're just in the sky. You can point arrows in different things to be like, we need to fix this one spot. You can see like a picture of the globe, like they had an example of the globe where you can kind of see, different things going on. There's a bunch of little writing on it. It really reminded me of in Iron Man with Tony Stark, where he's constantly saying stuff about Jarvis and he's pulling in things, dragging this here and things, information comes out. It's like a nerd's sci-fi dream come true, but this is 2021 and it's in beta right now. Unfortunately, it's very expensive, and I don't have a HoloLens 2 headset, which, again, Microsoft, if you would love, I would love for you guys to send me a HoloLens 2 headset to try out all this stuff. But I digress. The main functionality comes from HoloLens 2 that allows you to recreate and create things, that allows you to tweak things, draw things, do a bunch of interesting stuff. You can still collaborate and do everything else with all the other peripherals, but the HoloLens 2 headset will allow you to do everything else. Like I said, it supports VR headsets, Windows mixed reality headsets, it supports phones, tablets essentially. It supports like your regular computers like Surfaces and any other computer out there, including my own computer I'm using to record this. It supports a whole lot of things already, and it's just amazing looking to me. It's simple. I don't have meetings personally. I never really do meetings because it's just me doing this channel, but I can imagine that you're working virtually, right? You're not seeing the same person, assuming that COVID is still going to be the same today than it was last year and things like that, which it looks like things are getting better. But assuming things are still terrible, right? You're not going to work. and you guys want to work together and you're in a major corporation that has the money to fund this kind of thing, instead of you feeling like all you have to do is constant Zoom calls and Microsoft Teams meeting, things like that, you guys slap on headsets and really collaborate as if you're right there. Now, some people will have like cartoon avatars. I believe in the keynote they were talking about how there's eventually, it looks like eventually you could have like actual people, like you could see their mouse move, but I doubt that's going to be coming anytime soon. But it was a really, really cool thing that I saw out of Ignite. It's very surprising because this is a new platform thing for collaborating, and Ignite is typically like an IT conference, and yeah, this thing seems like something that would come out of Build, because just like Microsoft Teams, where there's app support on Microsoft Teams, there's app support on Microsoft Mesh as well. To me, it seems like Microsoft Mesh seems kind of like the next level, the next generation of Microsoft Teams, where rather than you just collaborating flat on flat devices, flat slabs of glass, now you're bringing it out full scale. So me on this computer, imagine my glasses was HoloLens 64, and I could just see someone looking, I could see an audience of people looking at me here, you know, helping me out, telling me, like, maybe someone could be sliding the teleprompter, which I don't even have. It's just a lot of possibilities, and it looks really cool to me. Notice how I'm not getting into technicalities because that's just not what I do here, but it's really cool. I would love to try it. It is available on the Microsoft Store right now. You can actually download it, but you can only download it if you have a HoloLens device, which I do not have, and that is $3,000 for anybody who wants to buy one. So if you have $3,000 that you want to spend on HoloLens just to try something like this out, or if you're a developer, go ahead and get this thing, try it out. And if you do have a HoloLens 2 out there and you do try this out, I'm personally curious if any of you guys could just let me know what you think about this, since I cannot try it out myself and I don't know anyone who actually has HoloLens. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I just want to talk real quick about Microsoft Mesh and how interesting it is. Now, the last thing though, before I leave this over, is the interesting part is that unfortunately fortunately people are starting to go back to work. So people aren't working from home as much. There's still a lot of companies that are working from home permanently, is what they say so far, but a lot more people are going back to work. So I don't know where this could come in for when their idea was you're working from home virtually and things like that. A lot more companies are starting to go back to work. So maybe it'll be the top of the top for a while, and then eventually it'll trickle down to the smaller companies that can afford it. But yeah, that's about it. Finally, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Take care.